In the heart of the African jungle, where survival is a daily battle, two of nature's most powerful predators roam the shadows. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth and the distant echoes of unseen creatures. Towering trees stretch high into the sky, their dense canopies allowing only slivers of sunlight to pierce through, casting eerie patterns on the forest floor. Among the tangled vines and ancient roots, a mighty silverback gorilla moves with slow, deliberate power. His muscles ripple beneath his thick black fur, his sharp eyes scanning the dense undergrowth for any sign of movement. He is the undisputed ruler of his domain, a giant among primates, leading his troop with unmatched strength and intelligence. Every step he takes is a testament to his dominance, his sheer presence enough to command respect and instill fear. He does not seek conflict, but when danger threatens his family, he is ready to unleash the raw power that makes him one of the jungle's greatest warriors. But in this untamed wilderness, no ruler stands unchallenged. Lurking in the shadows, hidden among the twisted branches, a silent predator watches. A leopard, its golden coat dappled with black rosettes, blends perfectly into the jungle's patchwork of light and darkness. Every muscle in its sleek body is coiled, primed for an explosive burst of speed. Unlike the gorilla, the leopard has no troop, no family to protect, only itself. It is a creature of solitude, an apex predator that thrives in the art of ambush. With razor-sharp claws and bone-crushing jaws, it has perfected the silent kill, striking from the treetops or slinking through the undergrowth with ghost-like precision. A single pounce, a precise bite to the throat, and the battle is over before it even begins. Two titans of the wild. One, a colossus of strength, bound by duty and family. The other, a phantom of the night, a master of deadly precision. Their worlds rarely collide, but when they do, the jungle bears witness to a battle unlike any other. A clash of brute force against cunning stealth, a fight where only one can emerge victorious. The jungle is not ruled by strength alone, nor by speed. It is ruled by survival. And tonight, survival will be tested in its purest, most primal form. The silverback gorilla is a true giant of the jungle, a towering force of nature that commands both respect and fear. Weighing over 400 pounds, with shoulders as broad as a warrior's shield, he moves with a slow, deliberate grace that masks the raw power hidden beneath his thick black fur. His deep-set eyes scan the jungle, always alert, always watching. He is not just a leader, he is a guardian, a protector of his troop. With every powerful step, he asserts his dominance, marking his territory with low, rumbling grunts that echo through the trees. His strength is legendary, capable of snapping thick branches with a single swipe, crushing bones with his massive hands, and sending rival males fleeing with a single thunderous chest beat. He does not seek conflict, but he will not hesitate to unleash his fury if his family is threatened. To the jungle, he is a symbol of endurance, wisdom, and brute force, a king who rules not by fear, but by sheer might. But in the shadows of the towering trees, another ruler moves unseen. The leopard is a phantom, a ghostly presence that glides through the jungle with a deadly silence. Unlike the gorilla, he has no need for displays of power or acts of dominance. His rule is one of precision, a game of patience and perfect execution. Weighing only a fraction of the silverback's mass, the leopard is built for speed and agility. His long, muscular body is designed for stealth, his spotted coat blending seamlessly with the dappled sunlight filtering through the canopy. His piercing yellow eyes lock onto his prey with an unbreakable focus, his every movement calculated, deliberate. He does not waste energy. He does not make mistakes. When the moment comes, he moves like a streak of lightning, his powerful legs launching him forward, his razor-sharp claws extending, his jaws finding their mark with deadly accuracy. He does not fight for dominance, for control, or for territory. He fights to kill, to survive, to disappear back into the jungle without a trace. Two masters of their own worlds. One, a king of raw power and unshakable presence. The other, a silent assassin whose existence depends on the perfect kill. They walk the same jungle, breathe the same air, and yet their paths are not meant to cross. But fate is not bound by rules, and tonight, fate will bring them face to face in a battle that will test the limits of strength and stealth. The jungle is vast, but it is not big enough for two predators at the top of the food chain. The jungle is alive with the sounds of the night. In the distance, the rhythmic hum of insects fills the air, broken only by the occasional cry of a bird startled from its perch. Thick vines twist around towering trees, their shadows dancing in the pale moonlight. Deep within this world of tangled roots and endless greenery, the silverback gorilla moves with steady purpose. His troop follows closely behind, females with their young clinging to their backs, juveniles playfully tumbling over fallen logs. The silverback watches over them with a quiet intensity, his every movement filled with the weight of responsibility. He knows this jungle well. He knows its dangers. And tonight, something feels off. A presence lingers in the darkness, unseen but undeniable. Perched high in the canopy, a pair of piercing yellow eyes glows faintly through the gaps in the leaves. The leopard waits, its body pressed low against a thick branch, muscles coiled, tail twitching slightly in anticipation. It has been tracking the gorilla troop for hours, moving unseen from tree to tree, its patience unshaken. The silverback is not its target. That battle would be too risky, even for a predator as fearless as the leopard. But among the troop, a young gorilla lags slightly behind, distracted by the rustling leaves on the forest floor. Small, vulnerable, the perfect prey. The leopard's body tenses. The moment has come. With terrifying speed and silence, it leaps from its perch, slicing through the air like a shadow falling from the sky. The jungle erupts in chaos. Birds explode from the treetops, shrieking into the night. The young gorilla lets out a cry of terror as the leopard's claws reach for it, just inches away from its back. But before the leopard can strike, a deep, earth-shaking roar splits through the darkness. The silverback has seen the attack. His massive form explodes into motion, charging forward with the force of a thunderstorm. The ground trembles beneath his powerful steps, his arms swinging wildly as he barrels toward the leopard. The leopard lands with a graceful roll, its claws slicing through dirt instead of flesh. It turns swiftly, its sharp teeth bared, hissing in frustration. The silverback comes to a sudden halt just feet away, rising to his full height. He beats his chest with a sound that echoes through the jungle like rolling thunder. The challenge is clear. The warning is undeniable. The leopard narrows its eyes, its sleek body lowering into a predatory stance. For a moment, there is silence. Just the heavy breathing of two apex predators, locked in a deadly stare. The battle has begun. The jungle holds its breath. The silverback gorilla towers over the forest floor, his massive frame rigid with fury, his dark eyes locked onto the spotted figure before him. The leopard stands low to the ground, its sleek body tense, every muscle primed for action. The two predators are frozen in a moment of raw instinct, a battle written into the laws of survival. Then, in the blink of an eye, the silence shatters. The gorilla lunges forward with terrifying force, his fists slamming against the earth as he propels himself toward the leopard. The sheer power of his charge sends leaves and dirt flying, shaking the very ground beneath them. The leopard, quick as lightning, leaps sideways, its nimble frame dodging the full force of the attack. But the gorilla is relentless. With a guttural roar, he swings a powerful arm, narrowly missing the leopard's head as the spotted predator twists midair, landing effortlessly a few feet away. The leopard's tail flicks as it circles, calculating its next move. It knows it cannot overpower the gorilla through brute strength alone. This battle must be fought with speed, precision, and patience. In an instant, the leopard lunges, its razor-sharp claws slashing through the air. The gorilla roars in pain as the claws graze his arm, drawing thin lines of crimson across his thick fur. But the wound only fuels his rage. He turns sharply, his massive hands grabbing for the leopard, trying to trap it in his grip. The leopard writhes and twists, slipping just out of reach, but the gorilla is too fast this time. With a sudden, earth-shaking movement, the silverback lunges forward, grabbing hold of the leopard's sleek body. For a moment, the air is filled with a mix of snarls and growls as the leopard thrashes wildly, trying to break free. The gorilla tightens his grip, lifting the predator from the ground, his immense strength on full display. With a fierce bellow, he throws the leopard backward, sending it tumbling through the undergrowth. The jungle is chaos. The gorilla's troop watches from a distance, eyes wide with fear and awe. The leopard rolls to a stop, panting, its chest rising and falling rapidly. It knows it must strike now or retreat forever. With one final desperate attempt, it launches itself toward the gorilla's back, aiming for the neck, a killing move, but the silverback is ready. With a last, thunderous blow, he swings his arm, catching the leopard midair and slamming it to the ground with a force that rattles the trees. The leopard lets out a sharp, pained snarl, struggling to regain its footing. But this fight is no longer in its favor. It knows the truth now. The silverback is not just strong. He is a force of nature. A battle against him is not one the leopard can afford to finish. And in the jungle, knowing when to fight is just as important as knowing when to flee. The leopard lies still for a moment, its body tense, ears flattened, tail twitching in short, sharp movements. Its breath is heavy, chest rising and falling rapidly as it processes what just happened. The gorilla stands over it, his massive frame heaving, his deep grunts vibrating through the jungle air. His dark eyes remain locked onto the predator before him, waiting for the next move, ready to strike again if necessary. The jungle is silent now, the sounds of birds and insects momentarily hushed, as if the entire forest is watching, waiting to see what happens next. Then, the leopard moves. With a sharp exhale, it pushes itself up slowly, carefully, its muscles still primed for a fight. But it doesn't attack. Its golden eyes flicker between the gorilla and the trees beyond. It knows the moment has passed. The element of surprise is gone, and the cost of another mistake is too high. This was never meant to be a battle of dominance. It was a hunt, an attempt to snatch an easy meal. But the gorilla has proven that there is no easy prey here, no weakness to exploit. This fight has only one possible ending. The leopard takes a slow step back, then another. It does not turn its back on the silverback, not yet. It keeps its gaze steady, cautious, until finally, with a sudden burst of speed, it leaps toward the nearest tree. In mere seconds, it is gone, vanishing into the thick canopy above, its spotted coat blending perfectly with the dappled light. The jungle seems to exhale, the tension easing as the sounds of the night cautiously return. The gorilla watches the trees for a long moment, his broad chest still rising and falling from the battle's intensity. Then, satisfied that the danger has passed, he turns back toward his troop. The young gorilla that had nearly been taken clings tightly to its mother, wide-eyed and shaken. The silverback approaches them, reaching out with a gentler touch, reassuring them with his presence. He has done his duty. He has defended his family, protected what is his. And in this jungle, that is the greatest victory of all. As the night settles once more, the jungle returns to its endless rhythm. But the memory of this battle lingers, etched into the very fabric of the wild. The leopard will hunt again, finding easier prey, learning from this encounter. The gorilla will continue his reign, standing as a pillar of strength among the trees. And the cycle of survival will continue, as it always has, deep in the heart of the untamed world. The jungle never stops moving. Even as the battle fades into the past, life carries on, undisturbed by the clash of two titans. The silverback gorilla leads his troop deeper into the forest, his steps steady, his presence an unshakable force of security. The young ones follow closely, the lesson of survival still fresh in their minds. Tonight, they have seen the power of their leader, the strength that protects them from the dangers lurking in the shadows. The troop will rest, but the silverback will remain vigilant, his senses always attuned to the whispers of the jungle. High above, the leopard moves silently through the canopy, its sleek body gliding between the branches with practiced ease. It has lost this battle, but it has not lost the war of survival. There will be another hunt, another chance. That is the way of the jungle. Adapt, learn, and strike again. The leopard pauses on a thick branch, looking down at the world below. The gorilla troop fades into the distance, their dark shapes blending with the undergrowth. There is no revenge in the leopard's heart, no lingering anger, only the instinct to keep moving, to find the next opportunity. It vanishes into the night, swallowed by the endless maze of trees. The jungle breathes, alive with the endless cycle of predator and prey, strength and cunning, power and survival. The battle between the gorilla and the leopard was but one moment in a world where only the strongest, the fastest, and the smartest endure. There are no guarantees in the wild, no promises of safety. Every creature, from the mightiest silverback to the swiftest hunter, must earn its place every single day. And as the moon rises high above the treetops, casting its pale glow over the land, one thing remains certain. Deep in the heart of the jungle, the struggle for survival never ends.